Hey, have you ever wondered who is the most corrupt administrations in the last, I don't know, 60 years? But Rant Media from 1961 to 2016 has put together who's had the most criminal convictions. And guess who it is? It's the Republicans. 38 times more criminal convictions than the Democrats. You should look this up. And what's funny is that there's a leader of these 10 presidents they look at. We'll break those down. But there's a leader that's not even in the 10, and he's winning.
After just 5 months at the helm of the Russia investigation, special counsel Robert Mueller will take a significant step today.
I was very disturbed during the debate when candidate Biden lied to the American people about the laptop. He's squarely confronted with the laptop, and he suggested that it was Russian disinformation and pointed to the letter written by some intelligence people that was baseless, which he knew was a lie.
And I want to say this to the television audience. I made my mistakes, but in all of my years of public life, I have never profited from public service. I've earned every cent because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
It's an open secret in Washington that Republicans are fared to win big in this year's midterms. But before we let them run away with that victory, let's talk about something else they're winning big on. Corruption. And now there's a codified study to prove it. Rant Media is doing a comprehensive years-long look into the corruption of various presidential administrations. Their first article in this series showed that GOP administrations had 38 times more criminal convictions than Democrats from the years 1961 to 2016. This ultimately argues that Republican administrations over the last half-century are more corrupt than Democratic ones. But you may be skeptical about this. It's all politics, isn't it? What one side says is corruption may be regular politics to the other, and it's difficult in good faith to say that one party is purely good and the other purely bad. But Rant goes deep in their findings to parse out different governmental structural institutions whose designs are meant to be independent from political action. But can that really work? Independent counsel, special prosecutor, and independent prosecutor are terms you mostly hear in these conversations of corruption and governmental investigations into governmental misconduct. They refer either to an individual and their office and staff appointed to work outside the normal structure of a government's investigative and prosecutorial agencies. Obviously, this is meant to avoid the conflict of interest in someone being a government official investigating someone above them in any chain of command. So Rant has gone through and cleanly defined different types of corruption, including whether the person in question was indicted, convicted, and/or served prison time, and the numbers really speak for themselves. By comparing 28 years each of Democratic and Republican administrations, again from 1961 to 2016, they found that Republicans scored 18 times more individuals and entities indicted, 38 times more convictions, and 39 times more individuals who served prison time. But all of this isn't to say that we shouldn't be wary of Democratic corruption. In fact, these numbers make it even more dire that we continue to pressure our officials to listen to the people and not the corporate money interests they're in bed with. A Pew Research poll from last May found that in the US, concerns about political corruption are widespread across both parties, with 2 in 3 Americans arguing that the phrase, quote, "most politicians are corrupt," describes their country well. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.